Welcome, friends and family, everyone on live stream, to Brandon Walker and Lily Arlett, soon to change, wedding. Let's start with a prayer. God, thank you for today, and that even though the weather is stormy, we're going to have a beautiful ceremony in here to celebrate love. Please bless this union and bless everything that happens here today. Amen.
Amen.
So I thought long and hard about the best words to introduce and to begin a wedding with. And I'm pretty sure these are them. Marriage! Marriage! Okay. Oh, man. Brandon is patient. He was a lifeguard. Well, are you still a lifeguard?
No.
When I first met him, he was a lifeguard director at LilliAnne's Meadows. And as his sister Savannah knows, and many of us, that takes an amazing amount of patience to get people that want to just sit around in the sun to work and to do something. Brandon is patient. Lily is kind. She's an empathetic listener. When I first met her, I was her Bible teacher. And actually, I want to talk about math. I was also your math teacher. That Lily had such a kind heart that she would stay in a math class that she hated to be supportive of myself and her classmates. It's amazing. Depth of character there, and that many of her classmates listed her as somebody they would go to, someone to listen to. Brandon doesn't envy or boast. He has so many siblings, and they all say that he's a patient teacher to them, and that he doesn't boast or brag about his many skills. Lily is humble. When I first met her, here we go with the Bible class. Because of scheduling and something else, she had to be in the freshman Bible class, and she was a junior. Sophomore. You were a sophomore. And where that could lead to room for complaining, she chose it as a chance to be a leader, to be, again, supportive of the kids around her. And, freshmen are very immature, and she had a lot to share and to bring to that class. Brandon is easygoing and forgiving. He forgave Anna and Annalisa. They said to tease you about being Canadian. And he endured many practical jokes at his expense with them. And he's always willing to, forgive and move on and be a wonderful guy. Lily is inclusive and thoughtful of others. When I moved away from Salem, no one showed up to help me move besides Lily and her dad. And they were so thoughtful to bring me some movie series they thought I might enjoy. And I did. I loved many of them. Also, she's accommodating to your Lego obsession and has even joined in that. Brandon and Lily do not rejoice with wrongdoing, but they rejoice in the truth. Brandon admitted that he's bad with names, but we all rejoice that he could remember Lily's. Lily smacked her head on their first date, but she rejoiced to have a good date and go out again. The car died on the second date, but they rejoiced to have a nice walk together. And Lily almost blew the proposal by finding a ring, but Brandon rejoiced when she said yes. So you might have caught on by now, but I don't know why I'm using these strange words. Kind, patient, humble, rejoicing in the truth. It comes from Corinthians 13, which gives us a recipe for what is love. So I'm going to read that. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. And continuing on, love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. So we learned that you both have all the attributes, the right ingredients to have true love. But is that enough to have all the right ingredients? Will it make love that never fails, that love that endures all things? And you know the answer, that the only way that is possible is to have the source of love, God, in your marriage, in your life, as a reminder, as a guide, as someone you can turn to when it's not easy to be patient and kind and loving. So I pray for you guys today, and you have some vows to share.
I tried to come up with a perfect funny story to begin these vows, but I just couldn't quite get there because I'm always laughing at you and with you in our life together. From our second date when you brought your TV remote into my car, to laughing at your filterless deadpan jokes that come out of nowhere, and narrating our life through song. These are just a few silly examples that keep me smiling.
Lily, as the band Nazareth once sang, love hurts. Pause. You can attest to this since on our very first date you smacked your head into a lamp above our table. But all joking aside, falling in love with you has been one of the most affirming and positive experiences in my life, and I cannot even begin to describe the ways that you have helped me grow into a better man.
I knew that I always could depend on you from the moment that you picked me up from the airport in the middle of the night after only 3 weeks of dating. And right after Thanksgiving, which, believe me, is a crazy time to meet your future in-laws, unexpectedly, I know that no matter what, you will always be there for me.
You've been with me through some of the hardest moments in my life. I cannot express how meaningful it was to me to have you with me when my grandmother passed. I am so grateful she got the chance to meet you, and I know that she would be thrilled that her legacy can be carried on through the ring that I proposed to her.
I love how kind you are. I love your goofiness and your good nature. I know that no matter how my day goes, when I come to you, I feel better than I did before I see you.
You bring so much joy to my life. I find your red-headed sassiness constantly entertaining. I never get tired of your company. I know this is true because the pandemic has kept us at each other's side constantly.
I am so excited to have a puppy with you at the beginning of this new year and have new adventures with our first fur baby.
I look forward to eventually having real babies with you and nicknaming them Star Wars characters because their last name is Walker.
I can't wait to have many adventures and travel with you. There are so many places we want to go, and I can't wait to get started.
I am excited to go to our Disney honeymoon next year. That dang if it doesn't sink into the ocean by then. Hashtag 2020.
We get to build our home together someday, and I can't wait to decorate it with you and fill it with so many memories.
I look forward to watching The Office with you over and over again and hearing it while I fall asleep for eternity.
I look forward to snuggling with you every night until you accidentally kick me with your razor-sharp toes.
I promise not to leave my Lego in the middle of the floor.
I promise I'll hold off watching the next episode of whichever show we're into until we can watch it together.
I promise to love you, respect you, support you, and above all else, make sure to grab you ice cream when you need it.
I promise to love you, respect you, support you, and above all else, make sure I'm not yelling at you just because I'm hungry.
I promise to always kill every moth with extreme vengeance for you.
I promise to trust you even when we deviate from our grocery list, GPS navigations, or our life goals.
With this ring, I give you my heart. I promise from this day forward you shall not walk alone. May my heart be your shelter and my arms be your home. Your hands are shaking too.
With this ring I give you my heart. I promise from this day forward you shall not walk alone. May my heart be your shelter and my arms be your home.
Brandon and Lily said beautiful words to each other today, made many promises. You've started out on the right path and you have all the right ingredients. So we just pray God's blessing on you, and may all of you be a guide and support along with that. Now, in front of your closest friends and family, and by the authority given to me by the state of Idaho, And with the blessing and prayers, and God joining this marriage, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Brandon, you may kiss your wife.